I'm Kelly Wicker. Welcome back to my channel and my haunted craft room. It's Halloween card making time, y'all. I know a lot of you aren't into the Halloween card making or Halloween. I am into it. It's fun for me. So I figured I will dress up for the occasion and dress up my craft room a little bit. But don't worry, I'm not going to be showing it all today because it's been haunted by ghosts of cards past. It's been a little while since I've shown my face around here. But I've recently lost 30 pounds, y'all, and I'm still going strong. I still have a ways to go. I'm going to get there. So I'm feeling a bit more confident to pop back on camera. I'm always my own toughest critic, but today is all about having fun. I'm going to be making a spooktacular Halloween card with a brand new release from Spellbinders, so stay tuned to see the spooky creation come to life. Let me bring in the card real quick. Here it is. Isn't that cute? Super cute. See, Halloween doesn't always have to be scary. It can be cute. And that spiderweb background is so cool. I can't wait to show you how I did that. I did that using the BETTERPRESS. Super fun. So I hope you all stay tuned. Thank you for watching. For today's card, I'm creating with Spellbinders Cuckoo Cottage die set. Here it is. Along with the Halloween Tick Tock die set. This is the add-on. I'm going to turn it into a little spooky clock. So I'm also using the Halloween icons press plate and die set for the sentiments. And then the spiderweb background for my background. And these two items I purchased myself a while back. But Spellbinders sent me the Cuckoo Cottage collection here. I don't have the sentiment set that goes with this, but Spellbinders sent me these as part of my affiliate partnership. And I'll have everything I use linked below in the description box. I can't wait to show you how fun this haunted clock is to put together. So let's jump right into the Halloween card making fun, y'all. Okay, let's kick off this hauntingly fun and cute project by bringing out my BETTERPRESS. For today's background, I'm using the spiderweb press plate, perfect for Halloween. I love this press plate so much. I've got my BETTERPRESS cotton card panels in Pebble, and for ink, I'm using BETTERPRESS Mulberry. I really wanted a purpley background to set the mood, and I think this will be perfect for a hauntingly fun and cute design. Oops, I just realized I left my previous press plate on my BETTERPRESS. Happens to the best of us. I really do love using these large press plates though because they make it so easy to cover the entire card panel. So first I'm grabbing my Mulberry BETTERPRESS ink to load up this spiderweb press plate. When inking, you want to use a pounce and pivot motion. That way the ink spreads evenly across those spooky little details. Okay, so here I'm just making sure all the nooks and crannies are filled in. That looks good. So now that my spooky spiderweb plate is all inked up, I'm going to be adding a low-tack tape to the back of my cotton card panel and sticking it down to the platen. And then I'm going to line it up the best I can using the markings on the platen. I want it nice and straight. We don't want this panel wandering off like a ghost in the night, so that low-tack tape really helps. Okay, next I'm going to be running it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6. The pressure works its magic, pressing that inky spider web right into the cardstock, like a creepy crawl of webs appearing before your eyes. This is what brings our hauntingly fun Halloween background to life. And now, y'all, check out that background. Isn't that spooky fun or what? The webs pressed in perfectly and this purpley backdrop is giving me all that hauntingly fun Halloween vibes. Okay, y'all, so before I get into the spooky sentiments, I want to give my press plate a quick clean with the archival ink cleaner and my Hero Arts scrubber. It's okay if the foam is starting to come off the archival cleaner. That's okay. I also have the scrubber block replacement pads. I will have all these items linked below down in the description box with my Amazon affiliate link in case you're interested. I'm giving this plate a really good scrub here, and you'll notice it may not come perfectly clean. That's totally okay, y'all. The plates can stain over time, and I actually like that. To me, those stains just show love. They are kind of like little reminders of all the cards I've made before, almost like ghostly echoes of past projects haunting the plate. Every smudge tells a story, and honestly, I think it makes the plate feel even more special the more I use it. Now I'm moving on. I'm going to start creating some hauntingly fun Halloween sentiments with this really cool press plate from Spellbinders called Halloween Icons. I've used it before and I love it. This time I'm turning this card into something a little extra special, a Halloween birthday card from my mom. She loves Halloween, and since her birthday falls in October, I thought it would be the perfect combination of spooky and thoughtful. And while I'm getting these sentiments pressed and ready, I'd love to ask y'all something. If you're a card maker like me, especially if you make videos, you probably end up with a big stash of finished cards. What do y'all do with your cards? Do you donate them, sell them, gift them to friends and family? I'd love to hear your ideas, so definitely leave me some suggestions down in the comments below, because I have a problem over here. I'm currently trying to organize my cards. I bought some containers from Costco recently, and I'm trying to put them in some sort of order. So yeah, I have a problem. So let me know down in the comments what y'all do, because I'm really curious. So I really love sentiment press plates like this, because with just one pass through, you can create 8 sentiments all at once. It makes the process so quick and easy. I used the mulberry ink again so the sentiments would coordinate perfectly with the spiderweb background. On the card I showed at the beginning, I used the Happy Haunting sentiment, and this set is such a great variety of options for Halloween projects. I think I talk about this little machine a lot. I'm cutting these sentiments out with my Anna Griffin Empress mini die cutting machine, which I keep off to the side here. I really love this little machine, especially the magnetic mat, since it holds the dies perfectly in place while I run them through. No tape required. Now I'm bringing out the mulberry ink once again with a blending brush, and this time I'm going to ink up the edges of my card panel. I really like doing this step because it makes such a difference in the overall look of the card. By brushing a little ink just around the edges, it helps frame the panel and naturally draws your eye inward toward the center. It almost creates a spotlight effect, which really helps whatever I add on top stand out. Another reason I like inking the edges is that it adds depth and dimension. Without it, the background can sometimes feel a little flat, especially when you're layering lots of die cuts or sentiments on top. The simple touch of ink makes the background look more polished and finished. And you really don't need to add a ton of ink. Just a soft gradual blend around the sides is enough to give your card a clean, cohesive look before moving on to the next steps. It's splatter time, y'all, and really, who doesn't love splatter? I've got my Tim Holtz splat box out here to help contain the spooky mess. For today's splatters, I'm reaching for several distressed mica stains. Okay, so here my camera went a little ghostly and out of focus for part of this, so I didn't get all the splatters. But I used Hocus Pocus, Ominous Twilight, Unraveled, and Bubbling Cauldron. The shimmer in these sprays adds such a magical haunted touch. Splattering is just pure fun. It makes the background come alive, like sparks flying from a witch's cauldron. So for the splatters, I'm not actually spraying. I'm just using the nozzle from the bottle and tapping it onto the card panel with my tweezers. This way I get those big spooky droplets instead of a fine mist. I didn't want a sprayed look for the background. I really wanted those scattered magical spots, almost like little potion drops landing across the panel. Okay, y'all, so for this next step, I want to give credit where credit is due. I picked up this idea from watching Allison Fraser's YouTube channel. She makes great cards and videos. Make sure to check her out and subscribe to her. She made the clock hands move, and I thought that was such a clever, spooky little detail to add. So I'm going to show you how I did that here. So to make it work, this is what she did. She used a craft pick tool to enlarge the holes just a bit so the tiny brads would fit through. So that's what you see me doing here. So even though they are small, these brads are perfect for letting the clock hand spin, almost like they are ticking away toward the witching hour. And it took me forever to find brads, y'all. I went to several different stores. I even ordered some off of Amazon, but they weren't the right size. So I went and checked Michael's. I couldn't find any there. I went to Hobby Lobby. Where else did I go? I ordered a few times off of Amazon. They said they were tiny, but they were not tiny. So I ended up going over to Hobby Lobby by my house, and that's where I found 2 different sizes of brads. So they have like I said, 2 different sizes. So if you ever need brads for a project like this, go to Hobby Lobby. But so I die cut everything out in advance, and I keep the pieces stored in that little tray you see over there to the right. I got that one from one of Kathy Zilski's links. It's really neat for keeping things organized for your die cutting. And that little ghost I picked up at Michael's. Super cute. So anyway, so here I just wanted to show you, and I'm adding some foam tape to the back to give room for the hands to spin. And now I'm going to add it to the cuckoo clock here. It's really fun to do. So if you want to try to make your arms move, make sure to check this out. So really fun. See it there? Really cool. For this project, I'm using all cardstock from Lawn Fawn and Spellbinders. I pulled in solid colors, some glitter cardstock for sparkle, and pearlescent cardstock that adds a soft shimmery glow. There's quite a bit of die cutting involved to put these clocks together, but it's so worth it. All these layers and textures add so much spooky detail, and once assembled, the clock looks like they're ready to strike midnight. Okay, so for the time on the clock, I actually went with 5 o'clock because you know it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I thought that would be a fun little twist to add in. 5 o'clock always feels like the shift from work to play, from daylight to evening, and on a Halloween card, it's just a hint of that spooky vibe, like those shadows are starting to creep in. For me, it's the time when the day slows down, you can relax, maybe enjoy a treat, and let the night unfold. Adding that detail to the clock is a playful touch, but it also ties into the theme with just the right amount of eerie charm. It's those little choices that bring personality and a bit of magic into a handmade card. Now it's time to bring in the card panel I created earlier, now that it's all dried and ready to go, so I can see how the cuckoo clock is going to look on it. I'm checking where the pendulum, the weights, and the chains, and even little spiders will hang, because this is going to be a double interactive card. Not only will the pendulum swing, but some of the clock parts will move, as I showed you earlier. The hands on the clock move, so that's really cool. It just makes it extra fun and detailed. I love this part of the process, laying everything out and seeing how the elements work together before I start attaching the other pieces that will sit along the ledge. And as I was testing everything, I ended up going with the glitter die cuts instead of the colored cardstock pieces. I just love that extra sparkle and how it makes the details pop. It's time now to add the elements that make the clock move. I just love dies like this that come with add-ons. You can design your clocks for all seasons, which makes them so versatile. They even have a Thanksgiving cuckoo add-on, a winter add-on, a coordinating sentiment set. I don't have the sentiments for this one, but you can grab them all together with the Cuckoo Cottage die bundle. What I really enjoy is how you can make the clock interactive or keep it simple. To make the pendulum swing, all you really need is some foam tape with a little height to it. It's such a fun and easy effect. And with the spiders dangling and the little details added in, it gives the card just the right touch of spooky Halloween charm. Honestly, if I can put this creepy cute clock together, you can too. I decided to move the time on my clock to 9 o'clock. Because I'm all about 9 o'clock, y'all. I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, I have a tendency to want to get to bed early. I don't necessarily fall asleep, but I do like to get to bed early. So that's the best part of the day for me. It's when I can crawl into bed, watch a little TV with my husband, and maybe play a game or two on my phone before sleep. Do y'all see yourselves making spooky little cuckoo clocks like this? They are really fun. Let me know in the comments below. For the colors, I mostly followed the packaging on the website. That's what I went off of. They even have a handy guide that shows you how to put all the pieces together and where every creepy little detail belongs. I have to say, I'm still in love with that spiderweb background. It's just the right amount of eerie and creepy. Perfect for a Halloween card. To tape the clock down, I'm using my Altenew foam tape, and for the pendulum, I used some brown foam tape I had in my stash for years, probably from Hobby Lobby. It works perfectly, and you can see how easy it is to make the pendulum swing, almost like a haunted clock ticking away in a spooky old house. Okay, y'all, next up it's time to add the witch, the pumpkins, and the mummy to the ledge of the cuckoo clock. And of course, we can't forget those fun, glittery black cats perched right at the top. I just love those cats so much, those glittery cats. They are the perfect spooky finishing touch. I love how all these little creepy, cute details make this clock feel alive, almost like it belongs in a haunted house at midnight. And just like that, we've reached the end of this Halloween project. I'll have everything linked and listed down below, at least what I can find, for my Spellbinders affiliate link and my Amazon affiliate link. If I can't find it at Spellbinders, I will link it to Amazon if it's there. So if you'd like to create your own haunted cuckoo clock card, you can check it all out there. This card has been so much fun to put together. From the spiderweb background to the swinging pendulum to all the spooky characters, it really shows how much personality you can pack into an interactive card. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me in my haunted craft room. If you enjoyed this spectacular Halloween card and the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think, or maybe what spooky projects you're working on this season. I know my anxiety comes off in these voiceovers. One of these days I'm going to have to get some more confidence and figure out how I'm going to do live audio to make it sound better, so it doesn't always sound like I'm reading. I know I do ad-libbing and reading in my voiceovers. I'm sure y'all can tell that. But I enjoy making these cards so much, and this is the way I can get my videos out there for now. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to have some more confidence in myself to be able to just talk and walk y'all through the card process without reading. But I appreciate y'all so very much, more than you know, and your likes, your comments, and subscribing to my channel mean the world to me, and they help me keep bringing you more crafty inspiration. So until next time, happy haunting, happy crafting, and may all your Halloween cards be just a little bit creepy and a whole lot of fun. Ciao for now.